From downtown Detroit, Local 4 Live starts right now.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you for sticking with us on the Plus for Local 4 Live. I'm Nick Monticelli. We're going to catch up with the big news of the day while going deeper into some conversations on some things that are making headlines. But let's start with what we've got lined up for you this hour. The attack at that Walmart in Traverse City that hurt 11 people was stopped thanks to two men. They're going to take us back to the moment they jumped into action and held the suspect before police got there. Then back here at home, we're talking about getting around the Motor City, from hopping on the D-Dot buses to the People Mover, maybe some extra options like the Q line. You don't always have to get in the driver's seat behind a car when you're in Detroit. We're going to cover some ideas with the city's public transit executive director and the Detroit Transportation Corporation. He is executive of that, of how they are working to make public transit better here in Detroit. And nothing gets Detroit moving like the Lions. Head coach Dan Campbell giving us an update on how training camp is going thus far. Let's take a look at your headlines on this Tuesday. In Macomb County, police are trying to find a 12-year-old who is considered missing and endangered. Isabella Sakala was last seen by her family about 10:30 on Monday morning, so it's been almost a full day now. An hour later, at about 11:30, she was seen at a mobile gas station on 32 Mile in Romeo Plank, that's out in Ray Township. Then at 12:45, one person who lives on Harriet Street in Romeo told police they saw Isabella at their front door. Her family is pretty worried because they say that she may be talking to an unknown person online. She is 5 feet 5 inches tall with brown hair and eyes. She has two backpacks with her, at least she did when she left home. If you know where she is or know anything, please call the Macomb County Sheriff's Office. Well, Metro Detroit still drying out from the heavy rain that came down yesterday afternoon. Romulus was one of the hardest hit areas. Multiple roads were closed. Cars were stranded in the water for hours. This also knocked down several power lines, causing outages for customers. About 2,000 DTE customers are still waiting for their power to come back on. Romulus wasn't the only area hit with major rain, though. Neighborhoods in St. Clair Shores also underwater. Residents say it's nothing new.
It's unfortunate, it really is, because I've been dealing with this for probably 12 or 13 years now, and the city will not respond to us. Having a fully furnished basement, and now every time it starts to slightly rain, having to get everything off the floor. We've lost probably over 10 grand of carpets, furniture, drywall.
We reached out to the city to see if they had anything to say about this. No comment yet, but there was a massive amount of water that some of these systems just could not keep up with. We also want to see if you have any flooding in your neighborhood. If you did take a photo or video, send it to us on our MyPics page. Scan that QR code there on your screen, or you can do so over on clickondetroit.com. You might see it right here on Local 4 Live. Now getting a live look over Midtown in New York City, where a police officer and 3 others were killed in a shooting at an office building. Another person is in critical condition. Investigators are hoping they'll get some more answers or clues from the note they found in the deceased gunman's pocket. Shane Tumara cited the NFL in the writings, voicing his anger that his mental illness may be linked to him having played football, not in the league, but trying to get to it. This is what it looked like on the ground yesterday when police were first responding to that shooting on Park Avenue in middle of rush hour. While officials were grabbing the weapon and ammo at the scene, they also found a cell phone. They're trying to get access to that to see what that might contain. Now, brand new this morning, we're also learning the impact of tariffs on the bottom line of Stellantis. The automaker now reporting a short time ago that U.S. tariffs would cost it $1.7 billion this year. It says nearly $350 million of that was lost in the first half of this year. Stellantis' new CEO says 2025 is turning out to be a tough year, but is saying there will be gradual improvement. All of this coming as the U.S. and Europe agreed on a trade deal that includes 15% tariffs on most products from the EU. Well, Michigan is one of 20 states suing the Department of Agriculture over a new rule that wants states to hand over personal information from people who apply for SNAP. That's a program to help families put food on the table. Up until now, states have kept this data to themselves, but the federal government says it needs the information to make sure people are actually eligible. Nessel says she is worried the White House might use that data to go after immigrants. She also points out that since the USDA made this demand, fewer people have been using SNAP in Michigan. States have until July 30th to turn over the data, but this legal battle is far from over.